You are hardcore. You are planning to go no matter what.
Oh, yeah. I will be there.
Passing on the love for Taylor Swift to her young daughter, who will now be a big sister.
We actually had a lover-themed baby shower for her. And, you know, she grew up, like, she's growing up listening to her. I just think it's very important because Taylor Swift's about women empowerment, like equal rights, all of that. So I just want to instill that in my child also.
And hoping Taylor Swift might name her baby boy.
Taylor Swift, if you see this, name my baby, please, because I don't have a name.
And we have Blanket Swiftie here with us. And it's funny because, Jessica, when I walk into work every morning, you have your blanket on and your sunglasses. You're not covering your face usually, but
I hope you can hear me under this. But I think, you know, Taylor Swift has a lot of fans, but I think I'm a Blanket Swiftie for Blanket Swiftie. I'm a fan of hers.
Yeah, it was fun.
As I messed up my hair. Well, now we're going to go to some of your top headlines this morning. So starting off, several arguments broke out about the Mabton mayor at a city council meeting last night. Our Emily Goodell was there and has the breakdown.
Picking up the pieces, how a local business owner is faring after a fire destroyed thousands of wood pallets. Plus, what the city of Pasco is saying about an out-of-service fire hydrant.
And what started as an act of vandalism quickly turned into a large police presence in Pasco. We have the story.
And this morning it is very mild out there. Also, we are tracking some very light showers. I'll tell you who's impacted coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jill Sperling. It is Wednesday, June 26th. And Jessica, it's a little bit warm in here
it got
for
a little
the blanket.
hot under that blanket.
Yeah,
I had to just throw it overboard.
Were you able to breathe?
A little bit. I was kind of like, it felt weird down there.
Yeah.
But it's going to be hot later today, I believe so. It's just getting hotter and hotter, isn't it? We'll check in with our expert, our chief meteorologist, Josh Colbreth. Josh, what are we seeing as we're waking up this morning, and what are we seeing later?
Well, I just want to say that during that story, I was looking over at this monitor, then I turned around and you were in the, and I was legitimately surprised. So that was very funny. But anyway, as you're headed out the front door for this morning, maybe you could run into the lightest shower you've ever seen. There are just some very light sprinkles popping up right now in the extreme southeastern portion of Yakima County. Also, we were seeing a few sprinkles trying to make it down to the ground in Tri-Cities a little bit earlier this morning. Temperatures are very mild as we're in the 50s and 60s for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. We're in the 60s for the lower Columbia Basin, also low to mid 60s for the foothills of the Blues. So all of us feeling very mild out there. And a little bit later today, it's going to be just about as warm as yesterday. We may be a couple degrees cooler, but still will be about 5 to 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. We'll have better chances for showers and thunderstorms a little bit later this morning, and I'll show you that with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh, and we'll check back in with you in just a few minutes for an update on the Slide Ranch fire near White Swan.
First, our top story this morning, a city in turmoil. The mayor of Mabton facing serious questions about her leadership, not only from people in the community, but her own city council. The city council meeting last night, standing room only.
Rather than city business being discussed, several arguments broke out about the mayor's lack of setting a city budget and a refusal to answer questions about a city employee who was just arrested on suspicion of setting up a fake robbery and stealing $22,000 from the city.
Our own Emily Goodell reports when she tried to get answers from the mayor ran from the room.
For the people of Mabton, the missing $22,000 is just the tip of the iceberg.
This town is the laughing stock of the state of Washington.
The city's finances in question.
We've been telling them for months that we're operating illegally. We have no budget. I've been asking and asking and asking for it.
Council members voting blind on issues or not at all because they say agendas for city meetings come in at the last minute.
It's always computers down. We're too busy, we're short-staffed, always an excuse.
And the mayor's response to the community questioning the competency of the people she's hired.
I trust my staff.
That statement coming just days after Deputy City Clerk Juliana Morales arrested on suspicion of first-degree theft after police say she stole $22,000 from the city in a fake robbery scheme, including $13,000 in cash and $9,000 in checks, some from city residents.
Those checks have names, addresses, routing numbers, account numbers. That's a green flag for identity theft.
The mayor hung up on me Monday when I tried to ask her about the theft, ignored follow-up calls, and failed to return a message I left at City Hall when I was told she wasn't in. So I tried again to talk to her after the meeting.
Hi, my name is Emily. I tried to talk to you on the phone the other day. I was wondering if I could talk to you about what's happening with the city. The questions I have aren't for the chief. They're about whether or not the city is going to be able to pay its bills with the $22,000 that's missing. And whether or not the employee can be put on administrative leave.
She's running away.
That happened just after a heated meeting where most council members called for her resignation.
Due to incompetence of the city and violation of her oath of office.
But the mayor stood her ground.
And I'm not going to resign.
Councilmember Diana Castaneda, who was also the mayor's mother, called out those who spoke against her daughter by name.
Why didn't you guys run for mayor? Laura, why didn't you run? Nobody wanted you. Ruben, why didn't you run?
She cheated.
Why didn't you run?
Wait a minute.
Why did you
She
not
violated the oath when she ran for
Here
mayor.
to scold the citizen.
You don't have the right to put me out in a council meeting, Diana. That's a lawsuit. That's a lawsuit right there.
The council saying no more.
This is our chamber, not the mayor's like she tells us.
But we need to, yes, we were just told, we need to use our voices.
We're the boss, not you.
The people of Mabton saying they've had enough.
You should have stepped down, Rachel. You've done a lot of things wrong. We're starting a recall and it's gonna happen.
The council says sooner rather than later. In Mabton, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
And Councilmember Vera Zavala says all of the council members, except for the mayor's mother, have signed on to a recall petition. They plan to file with the auditor's office when it opens first thing this morning.
And we move on to fire news now. We're continuing to track the Slide Ranch fire near White Swan. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth joins us now with an update.
Josh, firefighters have been working for days to extinguish this fire. What is the status of it currently?
Yeah, they've made some great progress over the last couple of days. The weather is going to help them out even more tomorrow, as we should have some cooler conditions. But I do want to take a closer look at this fire. Thankfully, it's the only large fire that's burning in our region as of now. The latest update with this is that it's just a hair over 3,000 acres, but containment, remember, yesterday morning it was 20%. Now it's jumped up to 30%. So hopefully we can get more containment with those cooler temperatures tomorrow. And I'll show you just how cool we're going to trend, and that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. We're also following up on the fire that destroyed thousands of wood pallets at a Pasco business Monday.
Now, yesterday we told you crews arrived at the fire to find a fire hydrant wasn't working. Now a bag covers that hydrant, saying it's out of service. Firefighters were on scene at Tri-City Pallets yesterday to monitor the area, making sure the piled up wood from the burned pallets wouldn't flare up again.
Owner Evaristo Sanchez says with the few pallets he has left, he's going to try and keep his business running. He says he's poured his heart and finances into this business.
All my savings, because I buy and sell the pallets. So right now I'm just kind of broke. Mentally and money-wise. So hopefully, I will recuperate for this, but it's just amazing that they could have been saved.
Sanchez also says he's seeking answers from the city of Pasco.
Now, we reached out to the city of Pasco about the out-of-service fire hydrant and received an email from lead communication and engagement specialist Laurel McQuaid. She says one fire hydrant was not operational because of damage to the operating nut, but 3 others nearby were operational and were used by fire agencies.
McQuaid writes the city maintains 3,242 fire hydrants, and they are tested on a 2-year cycle. She says the one not working at the Tri-City Pallets fire had been regularly maintained, and it was only Monday during the response that fire crews discovered it wasn't working. And we'll continue to follow this story and keep you updated.
Well, what started as an act of vandalism in Kennewick resulted in a large police response in Pasco yesterday afternoon. The Kennewick Police Department was called out to an area near the Benton County Fairgrounds where suspects were allegedly tagging city property with graffiti. According to a witness, the group was acting suspiciously, and when they tried to intervene, they say one member of the group pulled a gun on them.
The witness says the group then got into a car and drove away, crossing the cable bridge into Pasco. And according to Pasco Police Captain Bill Paramore, the suspect car was spotted by a PPD officer. The car pulled into a gas station at Oregon Avenue and Lewis Street, and then the suspects went inside. Officials say the Pasco Police Department was able to contain the gas station.
Part of the training that we're doing now, based off of everything that we're hearing or that the legislature wants us to do, is they want time, distance shielding, and they want more police officers to show up, because with more police officers, it creates more de-escalation. And so if we can get as many officers here in the area, it tends to end things peacefully, which is what happened today.
KPD says 3 of the people arrested were put in the Benton Franklin Juvenile Justice Center. One was taken to the Benton County Jail, and they're searching for the 5th person. We will keep you updated here and on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, 4th of July is just over a week away, and many people are already buying fireworks.
We have what the Franklin County Fire District 3 Chief is reminding the community about when it comes to setting off fireworks.
Here at GMA, we have 2 words for you: giant pandas. And this week, Janae Norman takes you to what's called the panda capital of the world in China.
This is Bali.
As 2 pandas get ready to make the trip to the U.S. Pandas, GMA, this week.
A 26-mile-long wind farm in our backyard. Benton County's planning manager talks to us about the Horseheaven Hills project.
Benton County is mandated by the state to protect and conserve agricultural land.
The fight over Horseheaven Hills. Apple Valley News Now, tonight after the NBA draft.
Sundown M Ranch promotes patient-centered integrated care that focuses on the mind, body, and spirit. At Sundown M Ranch, the patient is the reason we are here. We take pride in our reputation of assisting individuals and family members through a difficult process with compassion, respect, and confidentiality.
Sundown M Ranch saved my life.
Last month, I celebrated 31 years of sobriety.
Sundown M Ranch. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Criminal illegals flooding our southern border and fentanyl flooding our streets. But Dan Newhouse has a plan to fight back. Stop illegal immigration, secure the border, and seize illegal fentanyl.
We need to keep pushing hard, working hard to stop the illegal flow of people and the illegal flow of drugs.
Call Congressman Newhouse and tell him to keep fighting to stop the illegal flow of people and drugs at the southern border.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Swing into Fred's Appliance today for our 4th of July celebration and discover unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock get-it-today inventory in our region. Make cleanup a breeze with a brand new Bosch dishwasher. Available in 3 colors, each for just $6.99. These Bosch dishwashers offer quiet operation, advanced water efficiency, and a variety of cycle options to clean your dishes every time perfectly. We sell appliances. Only appliances.
Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam. It all happens July 13th and 14th at John Dan Plaza.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. 4th of July is right around the corner.
Fire agencies in the Tri-Cities and Yakima Valley are preparing because in an area like ours where wildfires are common, can you celebrate and safely set off fireworks? Our very own Austin Reed has how to keep you and your family safe.
This Independence Day.
From Benton County Fire District 1's chief
to encourage you to celebrate
to Franklin County Fire District 3's chief.
Our dry landscape is very vulnerable to fast-spreading fires.
Plus Kennewick, Pasco, and Richland chiefs.
And celebrate safely.
All of these agencies joined together this week to create this brand new public service announcement.
You know, they always leave their trash behind.
So it's like a calling card. I was here, I lit off fireworks, I started this fire, and they leave them in the road for somebody else to clean up.
On Tuesday, Franklin County Fire District 3 Chief Mike Harris met with me to go over what's safe and what's not.
So when it comes to fireworks, the best place to light them off is a designated area, which is at your home. Green area, have a garden hose, shovel ready to go, and make sure it's green.
Another thing to note, every city or county has different rules when it comes to fireworks.
In Franklin County and in Connell, they're illegal. Fireworks are banned. But the city of Pasco does allow them.
Christopher Price owns 2 fireworks stands in Walla Walla County. One of them is the largest tent this side of the Cascades. July 1st is the first day he'll be able to start selling to the public.
Inventory is showing up. We've got crews lined up to set up the tents. We've already started some advertising.
Price told me it is important to know the fireworks stand you are purchasing from takes the safety side of things seriously.
And any product that we bring in into the tent, I've either personally shot it or I've seen it in a demo. So some of your stands will, kind of just receive a pallet of product and they're asked to sell it. Fireworks safety is very, very important to us. The state has regulations that we have to follow. All of our fireworks that we sell have to be either brought in or purchased from state licensed wholesalers.
And aside from being safe, Chief Harris says it's important to also remember the fallout, because if your fireworks burn down a nearby house, the consequences, he says, aren't worth the quick thrill.
Not a single agency can go out there and enforce it. So we're relying on our individuals to be responsible.
The other thing that we do is we hand out flyers. So we have state legal flyers that the Washington State Fire Marshals have available as a flyer that's what's legal and what's not legal.
To learn more about the fireworks stands in Walla Walla, just head to our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, temperatures are hot, but are they seasonably hot?
Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth has that answer in that first alert full forecast. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Get 3.9% APR plus $1,000 purchase allowance on a 2024 Cadillac Lyriq when you finance through Cadillac Financial. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Researching childhood vaccines often feels like this.
When T lymphocytes recognize antigens.
They are lying to us. Vaccines are just another plot to make money.
The most important thing parents should know about vaccines is...
Accept my cookies. Sign up for the newsletter. Sorry. You've reached your free article limit.
There's a simpler way to get answers. Visit vaccinesmartwa.org.
Hi, I'm David Smith.
And I'm Tori Smith, local owners of Mattress Depot USA.
We both grew up in the Seattle area.
But unlike our large competitors, we still live in this community.
We do business with local manufacturers from right here in the Pacific Northwest.
Hey, we realize that your top priority is to get a quality mattress at the best possible price. And that's what we do.
And it never hurts to do business with someone local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Visit us at our new urban wine bar in historic downtown Kennewick. Choose from a variety of wines and food from our expanded menu. Enjoy time with friends old and new. After hours with riverfront views from our shaded patio, we are Murray Gaston Wine Bar.
Meet Apple Valley News Now viewer Ann Carlson of Hermiston.
We've really enjoyed your station. Apple Valley News Now has been able to cover some of the Hermiston events. Not a lot of spin on the news and good weather reporting.
Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
I've been
seriously considering getting rid of social media.
Do it.
I don't get it anymore. Therefore, when I don't get something, I decide that it's stupid.
Next live, Leslie Jones. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're still tracking some clouds out there this morning, and at times this has produced some very light rainfall if it's even made it down to the ground. It's so dry out there for this morning. We'll take a look at the radar in just a second. But first, temperatures feeling all right out there. Actually pretty mild, much milder compared to yesterday morning. 50s and 60s for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. We're in the 60s for the lower Columbia Basin and low to mid 60s for the foothills of the Blues. Now onto the radar as we're just tracking a few very light showers this morning, mainly in southeastern Yakima County. We saw a little bit of that action in Morrow County as well. A lot of this is just noise on the radar, but we are expecting more in the way of showers and thunderstorms later today. Specifically later this morning. We'll go ahead and show you that with Futurecast. This is 8 this morning. You can see some more showers and thunderstorms firing up. Looks like a lot of this gets out of here by the time we get to lunchtime. And I'm thinking that the best coverage today is going to be in the Cascades, also for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. And so into the afternoon and evening should see clearing skies. It's going to be another hot day. We'll have more on the temperatures in a second, but in Thursday we have another setup when it comes to showers and thunderstorms, but this time it looks like most of this is primarily going to be concentrated up in the Cascades. Now later in the day into the afternoon and evening we could see some of that trickle down to some of the lower terrain, but it's looking like most of us, other than the Cascades, should stay pretty dry for tomorrow. So now onto the temperatures. As for today, will be about 5 to 10 degrees above average for this time of the year, maybe just a few degrees cooler compared to yesterday, but still 80s and 90s for most of us. Very blustery for today as the winds will gust out of the west upwards of 20 to 45 miles per hour, with some of the fastest wind gusts being in the Kittitas Valley and also in the lower Columbia Basin. And then for tonight, clearing skies. The winds will calm down just a bit, but still gusting upwards of 20 to 25 miles per hour. Temperatures overnight are going to be cooler compared to this morning, as they'll be back down into the 50s. So in general, we'll have these very small shower and thunderstorm chances for both today and tomorrow, and then another little stretch of that from Saturday to Tuesday. Looks like Sunday is probably going to be the most active day of that stretch. Now there is some good news in terms of the temperatures, as they'll be back down to around seasonal, if not sub-seasonal values for Thursday, but then we heat things up again as we head into this weekend. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Cascades. Big thunderstorm chances for today and tomorrow, and also we'll throw Sunday into the mix as well. Then for the Kittitas Valley, thunderstorms possible for this morning, much cooler, and Thursdays will be down into the low 70s. For the Yakima Valley, thunderstorms also possible for this morning, and then will be dry after that with up and down high temperatures. For the lower Columbia Basin, back up to near 95 degrees for today, and then much welcomed relief from the heat for tomorrow, as we'll struggle to make it out of the 70s. And then for the foothills of the Blues, small thunderstorm chances for today and tomorrow, and then another small shower chance for Sunday. Finally, for the Blue Mountains, several shots of thunderstorms over this upcoming week.
Thank you, Josh. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, it's Operation Best Friend time, and we get to meet Harold, a Staffy Rottweiler Shepherd mix.
Such a cutie, and get this, Harold's sister was recently featured as our Pet of the Week. You don't want to miss this cutie. Keep it right here.
Stan's gonna ride the Nebula Drop Tower.
Finally! I'm ready to ascend to the clouds, to go where no dino has gone before. Goodbye, Earth. Hi, Alice!
Whoa! He doesn't know it comes back down?
Apparently not. I'll let you know when I hit orbit. Drop tower, I get it.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
You thought it would bust through the ceiling?
You came through a portal from another dimension. Weird stuff happens.
Biden, Trump. Watch the CNN presidential debate simulcast live on ABC tomorrow night. And the night starts at 8 Eastern Live with the ABC News event special, The Race for the White House, with David Muir and the political team tomorrow night on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Here at the clinic, we offer our medical weight loss program. Diabetes, and more broadly, insulin resistance, is a highly inflammatory state that increases our risk of cardiovascular disease, cancer, as well as Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative diseases.
Basically, it's the lack of awareness about what's creating that weight. There's lots of psychological aspects to that, so that where you come to is to a more centered place of feeling good and connected and positive about yourself. Self-confidence.
You have access to over 100 weekly group fitness classes, top-notch fitness facilities, cutting-edge scientific therapies integrated into your program, and dedicated coaches rooting for your success. We also offer options for pharmaceutical assistance. We create patient-specific game plans centered around the 7 essential elements, which are sleep, nutrition, atmosphere, breathing, movement, thought, and purpose.
So rather than just focus, it's not dieting, and it's not focused on dieting, and that's not what we do here at Pacific Clinic. It's mind, body, physical, emotional, mental, and the combination of all of those things. And I think that makes us tremendously different than any of the other programs out there.
To get started, call 509-783-5465 and schedule an appointment with a client advocate today.
It's the big 4th of July sale this week at Walker's.
With big discounts on all your favorite name brand furniture items, or pay for it over time with no money down and no interest financing for up to 5 years.
This week at Walker's.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It's a Wednesday, and that means it's time to introduce you to another local shelter dog in need of a forever home.
This week on Operation Best Friend, we get to meet Harold, a friendly pup whose sister was recently featured as our pet of the week. So everyone say hi to Harold.
Hi, I'm Haley. I'm with the Pitbull Pen, and I've got Harold here to meet you today. Harold's sister was on the show just a couple weeks ago, so he is from that same litter that was brought into the shelter when they were 3 days old, and he just had his first birthday last week. Harold is a Staffy Rottweiler Shepherd mix, and he is basically a big old lap dog, very, very affectionate. He loves everyone. He's great with kids. He's great with other dogs. He's even fine with cats. Harold likes swimming. He loves going on walks. He loves chew toys. He's a tough chewer, so he can mow through some toys. He loves the water. His all-time favorite toy is sticks, so luckily nature provides him with plenty of those. He's great in public places. He's been to Live at 5 and he did fantastic. And he rides great in the car, so that makes it easier to get him there. He's just really gentle-natured, all-around fantastic dog. So he gets away with being a giant lap dog. He'll fit in with whatever hobby it is you want to do. Fantastic for any family. He knows sit and lay down, but he is still a puppy, so further training is probably going to be necessary as he gets older. And if you adopt Harold, you'll be getting a $50 gift card to Paw's Natural Pet Emporium. So in addition to all those sticks that he loves, you'll be able to get him some of his favorite tough chewer toys.
Aw, Harold looks like a friendly fellow.
His little face is so cute. He's got a puppy face.
Hopefully he'll be adopted very soon.
Very soon, yes.
Well, coming up on Good Morning Northwest, a nonprofit is helping a local family purchase a brand new home. Details just ahead.
And we're just one day away from President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump from facing off in this year's first presidential debate. How they're preparing, coming up.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. We're unique, and we're here for all of life's occasions, all year long. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
Did you know Ustria Health has 3 full-time board-certified orthopedic surgeons? Pain in your hands, knees, hips, or shoulders can reduce your quality of life. Orthopedic doctors repair bone, joint, ligament, and tendon injuries, which can relieve debilitating pain. Our surgeons treat tendonitis and carpal tunnel, repair broken bones and fractures, and replace painful, worn-out joints, putting you back in motion. Ustria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
Celebrate Independence Day the Tri-Cities way. The River of Fire Festival is back Thursday, July 4th. It's a blast with something for everyone. Free admission and free parking. Kids Zone, Food Truck Alley, plus live music on 2 stages. Park entrance closes at 9 p.m. and the legendary River of Fire fireworks show starts at 10. The River of Fire, presented by Giza Credit Union and these sponsors. The annual River of Fire 2024, Thursday, July 4th.
The 4th of July mattress savings are on now at all Walker's Furniture and Mattress stores. And that means big discounts on your favorite brands like Serta's new and improved Perfect Sleeper and Beautyrest Black Hybrid mattresses.
And if you want to get it now and pay for it over time, you can take advantage of our no money down, no minimum purchase, and no interest financing for up to 5 years.
So now you can get that new Serta or Beautyrest mattress you've always wanted and pay for it much later.
This week at Walker's.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Whether you're looking for your next houseplant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
Benton County's opinion on the proposed Horse Heaven Hills Wind project tonight after the NBA draft.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, making a difference. A Benton City family has been selected for a zero-down, zero-interest mortgage on a brand new home. We have the details.
And the first presidential debate takes place in one day. We have how both candidates are preparing.
And it is very mild out there this morning. Also, we're tracking a few showers. I'll tell you where coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Delal.
And I'm Jill Sperling. It is Wednesday, June 26th.
Jill, I hear it's a little mild out there, which is how I like my chicken wings and my tacos. And is that how you like them mild?
You don't like them piping hot?
No, which is kind of a disgrace to my Pakistani culture. But you know what? Maybe one day. And now we'll check on the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Josh, it is pretty comfortable out there this morning. Is it going to stay that way?
And how do you like your wings?
Well, I guess using that analogy a little bit later today, it's going to be spicy out there, but not as spicy as yesterday. Temperatures for this morning, yes, they are mild, 50s and 60s for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. We are already up into the 60s for the lower Columbia Basin and low 60s for the foothills of the Blues. We are seeing some very light showers out there for this morning. There's a lot of noise on this radar. I think the main area we want to focus on is right here in southeastern Yakima County. Also, there are some showers off towards our south and west that are starting to get closer and closer to the region. We'll see more of that a little bit later today. Now, in terms of the Tri-Cities, we're thinking that most of the showers are going to be before lunchtime. After that, it's going to end up being a pretty dry day. So for today, temperatures in the 80s and 90s will still be about 5 to 10 degrees above average for this time of the year, but much cooler into tomorrow. I'll tell you just how cool coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. And the first presidential debate is one day away. President Biden and former President Trump facing off in the CNN debate, also airing right here on Apple Valley News Now.
Perry Russum has a look at how both men are preparing in the hours ahead of the crucial showdown.
This morning, the countdown to the first presidential debate. President Biden with days of preparation at Camp David in Maryland. Former President Trump holding campaign events, policy meetings, and media interviews.
And people say, how are you preparing? I'm preparing by taking questions from you and others, if you think about it.
Biden is holding 90-minute mock debates with his personal lawyer, Bob Bauer, playing the role of Trump.
I think political debates are about two things. They're about message and moments.
Moments likely absent tomorrow include ones like this.
The radical left, will you shut up, man? Listen, who is on your list?
The microphone of the candidate not selected to speak will be muted. Another new change, no studio audience. Trump telling the Washington Examiner, "To me, the audience is easier because it's telling you what is going on indirectly with applause or not applause. This room is a sterile, dead room." The debate comes as a judge in New York partially lifts Trump's gag order in his felony hush money case. A fundraising email signed by Trump reads he'll now be able to better defend himself tomorrow night.
You have a race that's essentially tied in the polls at this point. And so I think that puts sort of equal pressure on both of the candidates, both in terms of the opportunity the debate presents to them, but also the risks.
And tomorrow, Apple Valley News Now will air the Biden-Trump debate. Coverage begins Thursday at 5 with an ABC News special Race for the White House, followed by the debate at 6.
And because of the debate, our early edition of Apple Valley News Now starts at 4:30, just before ABC News coverage starts. Then we'll be back at 8 with a full hour of local news in prime time. Making a difference in our communities, a Benton City family has been selected for a zero-down, zero-interest mortgage on a brand-new home.
The nonprofit organization First Story has helped 118 families become homeowners. And today, First Story and builder Hayden Homes will be raising the wall on the new home in Benton City. The Ide family has been saving to purchase a home, but struggled to find something in their price range. And now First Story is giving them a hand with the Affordable Home Loan Program. Hapo Community Credit Union has donated $40,000 to Children's Village in Yakima, plus an electric Jeep to a young patient.
Children's Village serves more than 10,000 families and their children with special needs each year. For some services, there's as many as 700 families on the waiting list. This donation marks the last fundraising needed for a much-needed expansion project, which should be complete by December. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, in less than 2 weeks, the Kennewick Irrigation District starts its mandatory watering schedule. But what does this mean for residents?
When we come back, Riley Fitzgerald joins us to tell us everything Kennewick residents need to know. Keep it here. We'll be right back.
Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam. It all happens July 13th and 14th at John Dam Plaza.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150, gas, hybrid, or all electric. Whether it's towing, powering up, or getting from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, what you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Just announced. Low 1.9% APR financing for 72 months on a 2023 Ford F-150 or on the all-electric F-150 Lightning.
Now is a great time to get an offer you'll love on the Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid. Inventory is here, so bring on the fun. Bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the memories. And get a great offer on a Honda, named the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
For over 50 years, Jayco has been providing the keys to freedom. Broadmoor RV is hosting the Jayco Summer Sales Escape, June 28th, 29th, and 30th. Save $13,000 on a new J-Flight. Sale price just $29,990. Save over $26,000 on a 26-foot Eagle HT, just $49,990. Save almost $60,000 on a new Red Hawk, yours for $109,990. Enjoy the RV lifestyle at Broadmoor RV Superstore in Pasco.
Hit the open road and head to Wild Horse Resort and Casino for the $160,000 ultimate American road trip. Every Friday and Saturday, cruise in and win free play, gas cards, or up to $50,000 cash. Earn entries every day and multiply them on select Mondays. Then on June 29th, win your choice of $30,000 cash or a new Mustang. Keep playing in July to win a shiny new Harley. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
A 26-mile-long wind farm in our backyard? Benton County's planning manager talks to us about the Horse Heaven Hills project.
Benton County is mandated by the state to protect and conserve agricultural land.
The fight over Horse Heaven Hills. Apple Valley News Now, tonight after the NBA draft.
I've been seriously considering getting rid of social media. Do it. I don't get it anymore. Therefore, when I don't get something, I decide that it's stupid.
Let's live. Leslie Jones. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In just under 2 weeks, the Kennewick Irrigation District is starting its mandatory watering schedule.
Right now, the KID is under a voluntary schedule, but that'll change on July 7th due to drought conditions. Riley Fitzgerald joins us in studio this morning to walk us through the mandatory watering schedule. Hey, Riley.
Good morning, Jill, and good morning, Jessica. It's a low water year, according to the Kennewick Irrigation District, and that means there's less water in the canals that they use to get water to the residents. According to the KID, the new schedule coming in will maintain consistent water pressure in the canals, and this means changing some habits for Kennewick residents when it comes to when the sprinklers get turned on.
Grass will return. It may be a little brown, but grass will return, and so what we're asking folks to do is to just acknowledge that what you want may not be what you need, and to use the resources that are available, including KID, calling customer service, reaching out to us through social media, by phone, by email. We'll be happy to help you understand what your property needs versus maybe what you think it needs.
The Kennewick Irrigation District is putting its residents on a mandatory watering schedule. They say it's so they can spread water service through the year rather than running out and shutting service off early. That all starts July 7th, and KID District Manager Shane Leonard says the end date right now is unknown.
So if folks follow the schedule, we'll be able to shorten up that mandatory period of time. If folks don't, then it'll probably extend not just through July, but potentially into August. And so it's entirely dependent upon how well we work together.
The mandatory schedule looks daunting at first, but it's actually quite simple. I'll break it down. The Apple Valley News Now newsroom is located at 601 North Edison Street in Kennewick. The last number of the address, in this case 1, correlates to the day and time of the week to turn the water on. According to the Kennewick Irrigation District, to follow the mandatory watering schedule, the Apple Valley News Now newsroom would turn the sprinklers on for 20 minutes in the mornings of Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. The chart is on the KID or Apple Valley News Now website. Leonard says a common question they've received is why do people have to pay their full assessment despite being on watering restrictions? He explains it's based off of water available in the system.
The system that provides that water exists regardless of how much water is actually in the system. It's like roads, streets, other infrastructure. So we have to operate, maintain, and repair it regardless of how much water is or isn't flowing through the system. And those costs remain, whether we're 100% or unfortunately where we're at right now, which is 47% of supply.
KID notes drip irrigation systems and hose waterings are not affected by the mandatory schedule and are encouraged. KID also notes that it's important to understand that the amount of water available is determined by the Bureau of Reclamation and not a local decision. Again, you can find the watering schedule at our website or the KID website, and KID says they're always available to answer any questions. I'll send it back to you two.
Thank you, Riley. You definitely helped explain that really well. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, will we be seeing rain this week?
Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth has that answer in his First Alert full forecast. We'll be right back.
The Honda you want is here. Driving the moment with the rugged and capable Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Find your adventure with great offers now available on the Honda you want. All from the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
It's the end of the school year graduation sale here at the Auto Lot, and look at the 2016 Ford Explorer Platinum Leather Loader for only $19.95. Wow, what a deal! Or how about this 2018 Honda Civic for 61,000 miles for only $19.95? It's like new. Or check out the 2020 Cherokee Laredo eSport 4x4 for only $24.95. All season ready. And Chevy lovers, how about this 2020 Malibu LS for only $19.95? Super clean. And how about this 2020 Rogue SL with only 46,000 miles loaded with premium wheels? Don't let this graduation sale pass you by. Visit us at AutolotNW.com.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Find it online or pick up a copy in store. Save on all Pepsi and 7-Up brand 12-packs. Buy 2 and get 2 for free. Save $6 on Mobil 1 5-quart full synthetic oil. Member price just $22.99. Plus save $70 on an Avanti 7 cubic foot chest freezer. Member price just $149.99. Save now with summer savings and more in our latest savings book at Bi-Mart, your employee-owned membership store.
Pasco's Grand Ole 4th of July celebration begins Saturday morning, June 29th at 8 a.m. with the family bike ride. July 4th, Thursday fun begins at Memorial Park with the Kiwanis Breakfast at 7 and the Grand Ole 4th of July Parade at 10. The Camp Patriot Show and Shine at noon with a cardboard regatta at 1, and the free Grand Ole 4th of July Fireworks Show is at Pasco Sporting Complex at 10 that evening. More activities info at PascoGO4.com. That's PascoGO4.com.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $1,950 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
It's 1,000 miles from here. Our open southern border is costing us billions and bringing deadly drugs into our communities. The rich are doing just fine, but working families are struggling. I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message because even though the political establishment told me to wait my turn, I'm running for Congress now to secure the border and lower the cost of living because Washington families can't afford to wait any longer.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now in Yakima, you can see the clouds building off in the distance as we do have some rain that is approaching the area. We'll show you that on the radar in just a second, but it's very mild out there this morning. It might feel a little muggy just given some of the moisture that we have coming into the area. We are in the 50s and 60s for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. We're in the 60s for the lower Columbia Basin and low to mid 60s for the foothills of the Blues. Now onto the radar as that camera, I believe, was pointed off towards the west. So this is what you're seeing entering the screen, if you will. So this is eventually going to impact Yakima County, and this is going to, I think, be some pretty light stuff. It looks pretty light on the radar for the time being, but up in the Cascades, some of this could be a little bit heavier. We'll show you that with Futurecast. We'll put this in motion a lot more on the map by 8 this morning, and this will continue into the rest of the morning hours, but it gets out of here pretty quickly by lunchtime. I'm thinking that the best coverage today is going to be in the Cascades and for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. And then into tomorrow, the setup's going to be a little bit different as it's all mainly going to be concentrated up along the Cascades. Also, I'm thinking that most of this is going to be impacting us before lunchtime, at least up in the Cascades, but a little bit later into the day, into the afternoon and evening, could see some of these showers, maybe even some thunderstorms trickling down into some of the lower elevations of our viewing area. So taking things back to today, it's going to be balmy out there. We'll still be about 5 to 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. Also, it is going to be breezy as the winds will gust out of the west between 20 to 45 miles per hour. Some of the fastest wind gusts being in the Kittitas Valley, also for the lower Columbia Basin. And then for tonight, skies will be clearing. The winds will be calming down, although they could still gust between 20 to 25 miles per hour. And the overnight lows will not be as mild as what we're seeing for this morning, as most of us should end up being in the 50s. So the breakdown over the next couple of days is that we'll have some, in general, pretty small thunderstorm chances, and then we'll have another little stretch of some small thunderstorm chances from Saturday through Tuesday. For now, it looks like Sunday is probably going to be the most active day of that stretch. Now, in the wake of today's storm system, we will be cooler, and a Thursday will be about 5 degrees below average for this time of the year, but then heating things back up to more seasonal values into this weekend. Here is 7-day forecast for the Cascades. Big thunderstorm chances for today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And then for the Kittitas Valley, thunderstorms will be possible for this morning, and then will be much cooler for Thursday, down into the low 70s. For the Yakima Valley, thunderstorms also possible for this morning, and then will be dry after that with up and down temperatures for the next 6 to 7 days. For the lower Columbia Basin, we'll be back to near 95 degrees today, very balmy, but much welcome relief from the heat by tomorrow. Then for the foothills of the Blues, small thunderstorm chances for today and tomorrow. We'll have a small shower chance for Sunday, not as much atmospheric instability for Sunday, so the chances for thunderstorms will be a little bit lower. And then finally for the Blue Mountains, several shots of thunderstorms over these next 7 days.
Thank you, Josh. In environment news now, Lake Wallula will be undergoing herbicide treatment in an effort to control an invasive plant species from overgrowing.
According to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in the Walla Walla district, flowering rush has been spotted along the lake near the Tri-Cities. This invasive aquatic plant species spreads by seed, bulbils, and rhizome fragments. It's difficult to control, but it is not toxic. The Army Corps says it will be doing 5 5-acre treatments starting on July 15th.
But here's why you need to know this. Treating the species includes the use of herbicide, and while that won't bother you if you swim or fish, don't let your animals drink from the area of treated water. Notices of treated shorelines will be posted 48 hours before the first treatment. Again, the treatment is expected to start July 15th. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast.
But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the battle for your vacation dollars. Amazon offering early access to those deals just for Prime members.
These travel deals are sort of an extra that they can offer their members.
Partnering with travel companies for price cuts on car rentals, including up to 30% off on Avis and saving up to 40% on Carnival cruises. Walmart getting into the travel game in 2023 with discounts on fuel and travel and 20% back in Walmart cash for booking through their portal during their Walmart Plus week.
Walmart recently partnered with Expedia to offer a special travel deals portal for its Walmart Plus members.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll tell you what details to look for in a travel deal before you buy. With your GMA First Look, I'm Gio Benitez, ABC News, New York.
Smile, you found it. The feeling of finding psoriasis can't filter out the real you. So go ahead, live unfiltered with the one and only Sotyktu, a once daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis and the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding you're so ready for your close-up, or finding you don't have to hide your skin, just your background. Once daily Sotyktu was proven better, getting more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. There's only one Sotyktu, so ask for it by name. So clearly you. Sotyktu.
Now, the morning sprint.
Welcome back. Time right now is 6:52.
We're going to get to your first alert forecast in a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. The mayor of Mapton is facing serious questions about her leadership from people in the community and her own city council. The council meeting last night, standing room only.
Several arguments broke out about the mayor's lack of setting a city budget and a refusal to answer questions about a city employee who was just arrested on suspicion of setting up a fake robbery and stealing $22,000 from the community.
A council member says all of the council members except the mayor's mother have signed on to a recall petition they plan to file with the auditor's office first thing this morning. For the full report, head to our website.
A follow-up on the fire that destroyed thousands of wood pallets at a Pasco business Monday. We previously told you crews arrived at the fire to find a fire hydrant wasn't working. A bag now covers the hydrant, saying it's out of service. Firefighters were on scene at Tri-City Pallets to monitor the area, making sure the piled up wood from the burned pallets wouldn't flare up again. Owner Evaristo Sanchez says with the few pallets he has left, he's going to try and keep his business running. Sanchez also says he's seeking answers from the city of Pasco.
We reached out to the city of Pasco about the out-of-service fire hydrant and received an email from lead communication and engagement specialist Laurel McQuaid. She says one fire hydrant was not operational because of damage to the operating nut, but 3 others nearby were used by fire agencies. McQuaid says the city maintains 3,242 fire hydrants and they are tested on a 2-year cycle. She says the one not working at the Tri-City Pallets fire had been regularly maintained, and it was only Monday during the response that fire crews discovered it wasn't working.
An act of vandalism in Kennewick turned into a large police response in Pasco yesterday. The Kennewick Police Department was called out to an area near the Benton County Fairgrounds where suspects were allegedly tagging city property with graffiti. A witness says the group was acting suspiciously, and when they tried to intervene, they say one member of the group pulled a gun on them. The witness says the group then got into a car and drove away. The car pulled into a gas station at Oregon Avenue and Lewis Street, and then the suspects went inside. PPD was able to contain the gas station. 3 were taken to the Ben Franklin Juvenile Justice Center. 1 was taken to the Benton County Jail, and they are searching for the 5th person.
A Benton City family has been selected for a zero-down, zero-interest mortgage on a brand new home. The nonprofit organization First Story has helped 118 families become homeowners. And today, First Story and builder Hayden Homes will be raising the wall on the new home in Benton City. The Ide family has been saving to purchase a home, but struggled to find something in their price range. Now, First Story is giving them a hand with the Affordable Home Loan Program.
And the 4th of July is about a week away, which means fireworks stands are popping up all over the region. Franklin County Fire District 3's Chief Mike Harris says if you want to set off fireworks, it's important you do so in the city you bought them in. That's because every city or county has different rules when it comes to what's legal and what's illegal. Chief Harris also says his department is well prepared for the possibility of large fires around the holiday celebrations. And we'll check in now with Josh for a final look at your first alert forecast this morning. Hey, Josh.
Hey, it is pretty mild out there for this morning as we're in the 50s and 60s for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. We're already up into the mid-60s for some stretches of the lower Columbia Basin, and then low to mid-60s for the foothills of the Blues. We are tracking some showers this morning, starting to become a little bit more prevalent on the map now, especially just to the west of Yakima County. Eventually, this will start to impact Yakima and Kittitas counties a little bit more. We're expecting the biggest impacts today, the best chances of showers and thunderstorms to be in the Cascades, also for those valleys I was just talking about. But in terms of wet weather for the Tri-Cities, I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty low in chance and probably before lunchtime. After that, it's going to be another fairly dry and fairly balmy day. We'll be about 5 to 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. So a little bit cooler compared to yesterday, but not by much. Also, it is going to be very windy today. Winds gusting out of the west between 20 to 45 miles per hour. The strongest wind gusts being in the Kittitas Valley, also in the lower Columbia Basin. So in general, pretty small thunderstorm chances over these next couple of days. We also have a stretch of some active weather for Saturday through Tuesday, but in general, pretty small chances. It looks like Sunday's probably going to be the most active day. And in terms of temperatures, much cooler, actually feeling a little spring-like for Thursday, but back to some more of that summer-like heat for this weekend.
Thank you, Josh, and thank you for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next.
Your local news is back this evening, and you can always find the latest updates on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Have a happy hump day.